I'll go and get a brew. Go and get my brew. Oh my god, you're all there. And I thought I'll just go and get my brew. Nobody will be there. I've got a sunburn. A bit red. Never mind. Been in the garden all day. No sun cream on. Never put any sun cream on. Oh. Hi Rachel. Who've got? Charlie Waffles, Sleeping Warrior. JP, did you find Shadowhunters? That was really weird. It must have been because it was all one name, maybe. John Kennedy. Whoever else might be coming in. Did I miss anyone? Get a sip. July. I've been out since I got up, and I think I was on one side more because that's a bit redder. Never mind. I've got to get my legs brown. My legs are so white. Oh, sorry, I did not have my microphone under my mouth. So, can you all hear me? Because we need to get straight with some things that I'm seeing that I saw ages ago, and I just want to say, fear-mongering, people, fear-mongering. So, yeah, left you message. No, it says, damn, we don't have it. You don't have it? That's really weird. Because it's a new series out as well, so that's really weird. By the way, I put a bit of mascara on and a bit of lipstick on, but I ain't got no foundation on, so I'm still freckly because, you know, I was out in the sun and couldn't be bothered. English girl with sun don't even know your country had sun. Well, it's been very sunny and hot today. Look how red I am. Look. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, it doesn't hurt, but I'm like, oh, that's how sunny it was today in the UK. So, if anyone's wondering what that is, I've got a butterfly, which is quite fitting with what I'm going to talk about: chrysalis, change, rebirth, that sort of thing. Yeah, very hot in the UK today. We do have sun, but obviously I got burnt the other day. Yeah, and this weekend's going to be nice, and it's Easter on Sunday. That's what I got some Easter eggs the other day, but these ones are for an Easter egg hunt I'm going to do in the garden, you know, for him. News media use fears to keep people hooked. Of course they do. That's what we know. Yeah, it proves that they do have it exactly, and you can't watch it. Dolly uploaded a video on my channel. It was just good. I'll check it out after. I had no idea what I was doing, Rachel, when I started. Just do what you like doing. You know. But yeah, they're quite cute. He's got a big egg, and then he's got little legs, and then he's going to do some painting and some stuff. So I'll sort of get warmed up and go into this thing because I've wrote loads of stuff down. I probably won't even look at it about iGoat or iPetGoat or whatever it's called. Some people might not know what I'm talking about, but I saw this, you know, when it came out, and I'm going to put my eyes on it, what they're doing, going along with the cathedral burning, you know, and all that sort of stuff. But just like to say, yes, this morning I've been in the garden grounding. I did a little video on it with my feet on the grass and, you know, thinking about stuff, thinking about humanity, all that sort of good stuff. Did some card readings, which are Let me go and get the book because I might read them out at the end because it had Gaia at the end, obviously. Hi. And that's how hot it is today because I've got shorts on in the UK. So, yeah, I pet goat too. Exactly. Fear-mongering, people, fear-mongering. So, cards that came out today in the garden. The last one was Gaia, which we're all talking about anyway. Sophia. So, hi, Fifth World. I just explained about how Pat O2 was written. Well, I'm going to sort of put my thoughts on stuff with my words, even though we know most of the stuff, the same stuff. It's just people, you know, learn stuff differently. So, you know, Pet Goat was written by... Yeah, well, I'm going to put my opinion on it in a minute when I get there. So I'll just roughly go around what I've been doing and then I'll get to all the good stuff. Because it is good, people. It isn't bad. They have to put truth out. It's law of one. They have to do it anyway. So, anyway, in the garden, catching the sun, got burnt, but it doesn't hurt. Grounding, reading my cards, stitching my bag, finishing my other mermaid bag off. I'm also bringing something else out that I was doing this in the garden today as well. I'm doing something in this. I won't tell you what it is yet, but it's not ready yet. This lovely moon and sun with gemstones in it, moon and sun. I'll show you that when it's done. I've just been doing bits and bobs, chilling out, thinking about stuff, looking at the chemtrails, as we like to call them, in the sky, or crisscrossing. It's just making me think of Easter and the cross, because normally they're like lines alongside each other, whatever, crisscrossed. Early this morning they were crisscross. Then it was quite foggy, cloud, and then all of a sudden it all went, and then it came back again a bit. But I was like, but it's making me think of Christ consciousness, and all that stuff that I'll go into in a minute. So anyway, I quit and erased the live stream because of yes, well, there's, you know, I'll go into this iPet goat thing, whatever you call it, because this is where people are getting confused way back when, but I'll get to that after this. So, Trump today, I decided to watch Trump, and it was a brilliant speech with Trump and the veterans, and it was called The Explosive Speech on the Release of the Mueller Report, Wounded Warriors, the veterans, and all that sort of good stuff. Because I want to say out there, I love veterans all over the world. Not just America, all over the world. Those poor people that have gone to wars, man-made wars, love you all. More support, that's what it's about. It's about the, you know, what do you call it? The, what's the word? The, I wrote it down somewhere because I forget. The rehabilitation for people, you know, like that. Hi everybody, rehabilitation and support for veterans and wounded soldiers, and soldiers full stop, warriors, as Trump called them, because they are. He also went about, he said he's having a good day. He was having a good day because there's no collusion and no obstruction. We do have to get to the bottom of things, Trump said. Yes, we do. The bottom of truth, the bottom of our proper history, as we know. So, yeah, he's saying all these good things. He said the great, what did he say? The great nation on the face of the earth, you know, the USA, you know. I saw a woman singing a song from a couple of years ago, actually, called Make America Great Again. I can't remember who it was, but it was brilliant today. I was like, oh my God. No, don't worry about other people, Fifth, because some people are just stuck in a bit of a man-made matrix, which I'm going to talk about in a bit. And, yeah, so that was all good on Golden State Times. I normally watch the Trump stuff on. And he was talking about the Marines, because some people need to know that Q is not the government, because some people out there think it's a government. It's not. It's military, it's Marines and stuff like that. Also, I was watching Laura Eisenhower today, the new one, and they mentioned Q in it again. And it's really good. Really, really good. So if you go over to Laura Eisenhower, she was talking about, let me just find it, I think it was her channel, and they were talking about Q again, because we all know Q's involved whether you like it or not, and they even said, oh, we believe that Trump's Q+. Yes, Trump is Q+. Trump is Q+, and R is JFK Jr. When people are researching, of course. So I'm just going to go over and see if I can find it, just so you can hear a little bit of it, because I was like, yep. Yeah, keep doing your thing, Fifth, because you're brilliant. You just keep doing it anyway. That's what you're here to do. Just keep doing it. Right, so Laura, I think it was Laura Eisen. Oh, and someone called the higher self the end of the world as we know it. They were really good at doing stuff, but even though I corrected it and said the end of the world as they know it, and let's not say the powers that, let's say the powers that were. Here it is, Laura Eisenhower. Let me find the bit. Yeah, it's important to be a messenger, Fifth.
No, Laura, what you're...
Let me find it.
Right, and I think what before was...
blood product and the organ product. So it's... that is our... work with enough victims, when you've met enough whistleblowers, when you've done the research, everything that's coming out is not a huge surprise. And I think this has been in the works for a while. I mean, there's this whole JFK Jr. factor too, and his friendship with Trump, and things that might have been set in place for this to come forward, and something that has been worked on for a while to get us into this position. I think it's good to be skeptical, and I held it at arm's length at first, but then when you see what these drops have to say, when you see how connected it is with events that are sort of currently surrounding us, and you see the things that have been exposed in connection to things going on in Tucson with camps, and then you see the things that have been funding those camps, or like the CEMEX cement company that is affiliated with the Rothschild.
Tucson, Arizona, CEMEX. People know what that's to do with. I talked about all that last year. The bodies that are found in Tucson, Arizona desert, connection to the Chemex cement site. If anyone knows what I'm saying, you've got to do your research, folks.
McCain and the Clinton Foundation and things with Haiti and all these different things. It's like when we put our own dots together, the Q drops are not very different, and some are surprising, but for the most part, it's like, yep. He's saying it like it is. So, or it's all coming out. So it's not like, for some it's shocking. It's easy to dismiss it, but for some of us that have been researching this for years, it's very much in alignment with things that have already been cleared, down to even more details that people can back up. Particularly this camp in Tucson that was raided, and some of the Q drops surrounding that, with the wall being built, and the intention behind it when it comes to trafficking and this and that, and then when you see the affiliations with people like McCain and Clinton, and how it connects with, even things like John of God, which is also linked to child trafficking, you start to see this larger network connected to these organizations. And even McCain...
Oh, just go and listen to that. That was Laura Eisenhower's channel on the... What date was it? The 11th of March this was, and Laura Eisenhower interview SRA and human trafficking, and they talk about Q about 30 odd minutes in. So... Just saying. So that was good, because it's showing you what Q is, because people get triggered by it, and like, oh yeah, because it's a show and it's all this. They knew ages ago, yeah, because they knew there was a plan. They knew that side, the dark side, if you want to call it, knew there was a plan. They knew this time would happen. They knew a lot of us would begin to wake up. So they put things in place years ago, just like the Alliance, because they want to put you in fear. So let's get down to IPET, what was it called? IPET Goat 2 or whatever it's called. Now, when I got onto Q sent us this when we found it. And I watched it, and at first I was like, oh my God, it's got everything in it, because it has got everything in it, in the background, everywhere. It's got all signs of everything in the background. It's got Obama, and it's got on the background, it's got a map on the wall. It's a cartoon, if no one knows what I'm talking about. on the back on the wall, it's got pinpoints where certain things have happened in America, shootings and stuff. It's got all the information there, right? So you're looking at it thinking, oh my God. And then basically, I'm not going to go on about it because I can't remember all of it. I just watched a little bit because of the cathedral that's burning down. Everyone's freaking out going, look, it was prophesied in this, and look, it's prophesied in the cathedral burning down, because if cathedral burns down and then the Antichrist comes, right? So when I first watched this, I was like, oh my God, the Antichrist is coming. God that we think is coming, of whatever you think that is the Antichrist. Oh my God. The Pope's the Antichrist, by the way. Oh my God, it's the Antichrist. Oh my God, I'm not even religious, but like, oh, it's doom and gloom. This was ages ago. I look at it now and I'm like, really? If we want to go back and look at it, I'll show you some pictures. And we're talking about the end when the church or cathedral falls down, because don't forget, yes, we know the thing in France with the cathedral is a bit of a distraction. It's a bit of a money grab because they're asking for PayPal, GoFundMe for it, because the church, the Catholic Church, could pay for worldwide veterans. They could get the homeless off the streets, and they could probably feed the world so many times over. They don't need any money to build that cathedral. They want to line the pockets because the money's going, so they're asking the taxpayers to pay for it. Boom. But there's also other stuff behind it. The Pope today is the Antichrist. Some people thought Prince Harry was the Antichrist, but we'll talk about him in a bit, because really something funny going on in the royal family. Anyway, so let's talk about the cartoon I Goat Pet thing, whatever it's called. I'm going to find it now and I'm going to show you the end of it. This is fear-mongering now. Everyone's talking about it because it's like, oh my God, it's the end of the days because the cathedral. I mean, it said that years ago, 2012 when it came out. This was they knew this was going to happen because they planned to burn it down anyway. Like they planned 9/11, like they planned a lot of things, because that's what they do. Cause and effect, to get people in fear and pay for stuff as well. That's what they do. So let's go and look over at this and I'll show you what I saw. The Antichrist is not a person, one deal with the Antichrist. No, but you can still look at the Antichrist as something though. I'll show you. But they're trying to make out it's a person. But what's it called? I Pet Goat or something. Right. I say Christ consciousness, Sophia, whatever you want to call it. We're waking up. Right, I'm going to show you the end of this because
the Oklahoma City bombing, another one in New Orleans, where the levees were blown up during Hurricane Katrina, and
if no one's seen it, it's
he also
Alex Jones talked about as well.
Their DNA into a select group of human beings, which created a race of.
Oh, by the way, all our information and the codes and all that is in our DNA, I believe. But I just want to show you at the end of this. See if you can see what I can see. And I'm not listening to what he's saying, this guy. He could be saying it. I'm not looking at what he's saying.
Dancing.
American Indian dancing.
Next scene. Large group of businessmen covered in smoke and ashes. Then Jesus rises above them and destroys them all. What this is showing us, all of the businessmen died at the World Trade Center. The image of Jesus destroying them all is showing us that the attacks were actually carried out.
I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at this. Symbolizing. I'm switching him off and I'm showing you what everyone's been playing because of the cathedral thing. Right. Here we go. Actually starts moving. I mean, this sort of reminds me of us lot having our brains, told what to do, told what to say. There's a little skeleton-y thing. But if you watch, when it gets to the church or cathedral in a minute, I'm not really looking at the other stuff because it's got to do with all religions and stuff anyway. This is supposed to be like an American Indian dancing or something, but not this bit. This bit. See this shape here? Shape of where he's just come out the Antichrist, right? Right. Antichrist. Oh, he's just woke up. He's got an eye on his head for a third eye, and he's got a triangle on his head. You know, like the Illuminati sign, as everyone gets freaked out by it. There's the church or the cathedral in the background. Yeah, he's just woken up. Oh, the spire falls down like the cathedral. But look behind the cathedral. What's this here? What's this? Can anyone clock that? The birthing channel. Thank you, JP. The birthing channel. And then you've got the pyramids over here getting knocked down, but the sun's shining. He's going towards the light. Now, some people will watch this and go, oh, it's the Antichrist, and, you know, it's really bad, and the Antichrist is coming. It's a fake, you know, it's fake God because it's not the real God, because obviously it's anti. But let me just get that. Right, where is it? I need to pause it. Where is it? And I know this sounds a bit weird, but there's a woman who's trapped in a penis in this cartoon. If you go and see it, the film, you'll get what I'm saying. That just reminds me in my head of, we have been suppressed women. That energy has been suppressed by men. I don't mean good men, I just mean it's true. Man-made wars and all that, you know what I mean? But this picture, I'll come in chat in a minute. I can actually get this. I can't even get it. Oh. Hang on. Why is it not working? Right, now it's not working. Right, you can't see properly. If you go and check this film out yourself, you'll see it. Trapped in penis must be a nightmare. Well, Antichrist Barack Obama is coming. Well, he's not coming, is he? He's already been, and he's going to Gitmo. So, if you go and see this cartoon yourself, you probably won't be able to see in the background this shape here behind him. I can't show you properly, but you saw it then. On it is the birthing canal. I think of Gaia, Sophia, Mother Earth, whatever. The church is a symbol of that falling down. Religions, as in, you know, I'm not religious, but I believe in God and in a source, you know, that sort of stuff. Easter's coming soon as well. Funny how they did it near Easter. It's a new birth coming. There's a new resurrection of light coming for a new way, a new world. You know, not the new world order, a new world. That to me is symbolising that's bringing down, because apparently it was built on a Jupiter temple. That's good energy. So they go and put a medieval church on it, cathedral, bringing bad energy, because we know that some of those Catholics are not good. Like I said, there's bad Catholics, there's good Catholics, there's good Jews, there's bad Jews, there's good Muslims, there's bad Muslims. At the end of the day, it boils down to your intentions. But we know what they were doing. Yeah? So to me, when the Antichrist comes out on his boat through the birthing canal, yeah, it's a guy, but I see it as Sophia, because we're both coming together in balance anyway. Then people are getting freaked out with, oh, it's the Antichrist. He's got an eye on his head with the triangle, you know, the Illuminati sign. Now, what you got to remember is, they took a lot of occult symbols and turned it for them. It doesn't mean they're bad. What the actual, that sign means is, oh, I'm doing that, 666, is, it means enlightened. You know, you can see, you're at the top of the triangle, you can see, I mean, they use it as the people who are at the top, but it means enlightened ones. One eye, sort of like God, you know, how do you say it, like, rapture, like, the all-seeing eye. It's all us with the all-seeing eye, you know, all together, we are one. It's not a bad symbol, they just use it, it's on the American dollar. you know, Bill. But yeah, they use it for the Illuminati, but it does mean enlightened. So people get freaked out when they see that it's the Antichrist. Yeah, it definitely is. It's Illuminati because he's got a third eye on his head and a triangle. So, oh, therefore it's Illuminati. No. The reason why they put this film out, because someone went, oh, it's loads of money, it costs loads. Yeah, we know that. Who's bothered? What it is, to me, is they knew this years ago, the certain time, because it's on a cycle. And they knew the dates when it had happened, this, that, the other. So they're the plan to bring down the cathedral and all this stuff that they do. So they knew there was a time coming in this cycle that the people would wake up. So they have to distract. They have to do certain stuff, you know, to distract us. Because they knew this time would come with the birthing of Sophia, whatever you want to say, the light. I like Christ consciousness. It's not the Antichrist. They're trying to put it out there. So you think if someone comes in, you know, like Fifth said, it's not a person, but whatever, good. You're seeing someone coming who's good anyway. You might think, well, that energy, you're going to fear it and think, say like Trump. They've called Trump the Antichrist. They've called quite a few people the Antichrist because they want you to fear it and think that a person comes in who's going to come in saying the good. Say it was JFK Jr. You know what I'm saying? For example. Oh, he's the Antichrist, and it's like, no, they're trying to make you think we've already got the Antichrist. The Antichrist is the Pope that's in at the minute. Yeah, some people say Jesus is coming soon. Everyone uses different words. I say Christ consciousness, Sophia. It's not a person coming this time. It's an awakening to it. If anyone gets what I'm saying. But it's all good. It is good. But people will look at that video, especially because it was done in 2012, which is supposed to be an awakening sign as well, and fear it because it's like, but it was done ages ago. That's what they want you to think. Oh, but someone put it out ages ago. They knew this was coming. They knew this was coming. We got took onto that by Q, showed us that ages ago, showing you what they're doing and how they're putting stuff out to put you in fear. Someone said when they watched that the other year, they thought Prince Harry was the Antichrist. Well, let's delve into that because, yeah, Fifth's doing a lot. But like I said, you know, people are learning it in different ways and that people use different words to say different things, but it all means the same thing. Do you know what I mean? You know? You get what I'm saying? I say different words, you say different words, everyone says different words, but it still means the same thing. Because there is things coming in, but it's not what people think it is. Like some people think it's Jesus Christ in a gown with a stat and whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's different to what we think it is. Energy could be like whatever, but it is also a consciousness of that what we're coming to love and we're coming to light. So to me, it's all the same. Well, Prince Harry, I'm not saying this is true, I'm just putting my finger on it because everyone's going about Prince Harry and the baby and she's not pregnant, maybe she's not pregnant really, and this, that, and the other. I'm looking at it a bit like, right, we all know Prince Harry is not Charles's baby, right? We all know that. He was also meant to keep a promise to his mum. I wonder what that promise was. Also, yeah, the visible God in heaven. Yeah, well, it's bringing heaven to earth, as I said months ago. It's bringing the two together. Physical and spiritual, as I call it, bringing it together. If you think about it, he married Meghan. She's black. That's good. That's showing you, you know, it's not all, you know, whatever in the royal family. Now the news has said that they want to bring their baby up genderless, vegan, and they're not going to bring it out on the steps of the hospital like they normally do. Did they say that, or is that what mainstream media said? Because mainstream media said that doesn't mean that that is what they're actually doing. They may not have the baby, whether it's real or not, we don't know, at the steps. Because people might be saying, oh, that's why it's not real, because they're not showing it. It might not be that. It might be because they don't want to follow the tradition, because Harry's not really like that, is he? He's always been a bit of a rebel, you know, a bit of a rebel. You know, he's got red hair as well. He's a bit of a rebel. Now, what I said ages ago was either the Queen was going to pass away or it was going to get sent down to William, because Charles has said, oh yeah, I'd have to be a different king, but Charles has never really been interested. And I did hear ages ago, neither was William. So what the hell's going to happen with the royal family? I do not know. All I'm going to say is watch this space, because I'm telling you now, they did get told off America, off Trump, whatever you want to say, Q, about we know everything, because if you know about the royal family, you'll understand about what's been going on. We all know, especially about Andrew and where he's been to flying to islands. You don't do as you're told and sort the country out, or however you want to sort of do it, you go ahead and do it, but you're getting your reign's gone, wolf, Elizabeth II, whatever. You need to jog on, and let's see what happens, or maybe the whole thing will crumble. I don't know, but I'm going to say something. I reckon something's going to happen that we don't think. And people say, oh, it's impossible that it could get sent to Harry. Who knows? Because shit happens, and sometimes really weird things happen. You're just like, no way did anyone see that coming. So I'm just saying. Yeah, you will get beat up, Fifth, because you're putting truth out. So don't even think about it. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't even think about it. Just carry on the way you put it across, because, you know, it's all the same thing, but just keep carrying on doing it the way you do it, because you're doing it, and you're doing it right, because you're doing it your way. So I'm just saying, Andrew's on. Yeah, so I'm just saying there's something going on, and we all know Prince Harry is not Charles's baby. So he's never been. I said to someone today, you've got to think of it like, right, the royal family. So you've been brought up by the royal family doing what they do, right, behind closed doors. And if those who are not in control anymore were in control, you sort of have to go along with it, whether you like it or not. The same happened with celebrities. Not all the celebrities are bad. Some of them are not bothered. They've gone for the money and sold the soul. Some of them got blackmailed. Some of them got themselves into positions they couldn't get out of. They've probably wanted to change. They probably wanted to get stuff out. They have tried to get stuff out and they've got killed, but they always put on the news they died of cancer, or they got shot in a drive-by shooting like Tupac, or they sat in the other. We're all beginning to wake up to the bullshit, yeah? But now people are seeing that it's falling and crumbling. People are starting to come out more of the woodwork, even if they've done bad things, because some people have been blackmailed and this, that, and they've had to go along with stuff. Or some people have committed suicide genuinely because they can't cope with it. They're seeing that they can change their errors of the ways, because this is what it's all about, purging, getting rid of karma, which I said I'll do a chat on that. I still need to do a chat on that. They're getting rid of all this stuff. They'll start walking to the light and coming on to the right side, because you have got more of a choice. And a picture that came out today in my cards was the 7 scrolls. You know, I said the number 7's following me everywhere at the minute. 7 wonders of the world. There's just, I tell you what, there is actually. This is just, I'm just going to waffle on. Yeah, but if people can see it. But remember, some people are waking up in different ways where they'll see different things. It's the same, but they won't see it the same way as you. Like, some people are seeing the sky things, some people are seeing things in other messages. It's all the same, so don't worry. Keep trucking, because you're doing a great job. Don't get mad about that. That those of us that know and like it and support you and everything, don't worry about it. See if I can find the picture. You're doing great. It is frustrating. You might even think that I don't think it, but I do. Oh, I got this picture today. The chemtrails. We're in a cross. Then they went like a DNA shape, and I tried to take a picture before it broke up, because it was like, you can't see. It was crisscrossed in a DNA shape, and then this came up in the ether. See the cross? So. Yeah, now where's the thing? I've got. Let's see if I can find it. Number 7. The number 7 is highly spiritual number that is associated with intuition, mysticism, inner wisdom and deep inward knowing. The number 7 combines hard work in number 4 with the mystical and creative number 3. Sounds a bit like the dark crystal. Also, I found right, the number 7. I'll probably read this wrong, you know what I'm like. Consider 7 days of creation, 7 archangels of revelation, 7 seals of revelation, 7 heavens, 7 thrones, 7 churches, 7 churches, 7 wells, 7 fires of hell, 7 doors to heaven, 7 days of the week, 7 directions, north, south, east, west, up, down, and the centre. 7 classical planets, I'll say planes. 7 colours of the rainbow. 7 virtues: faith, hope, charity, fortitude, justice, prudence, and temperament. 7 deadly sins: pride, envy, gluttony, lust, anger, greed, and slothing. That's the thing that people have got themselves in, which we need to get out of. 7 days of Hindu's Bible. 7 angels of, is it the Chaldeans or something? I can't even read that. 7 Amiskapans of Persian faith or something. 7 something of the Hebrew Kabbalah. 7 double letters of the Hebrew alphabet. 7 has been following me around everywhere, and it's all in there. The number 7, deep significance was attached to numbers in, well, we all know that, but yeah, just pulled that up today as well, like 7. I don't mean 7, but 7, the number 7. So what else did I see today? Oh, Trump was also talking about cutting edge technology, and he'd like to stay in for another 6 years for the doctors, because he wouldn't really want to go to another regular doctor again, because we all know, you know what we're saying. He's talking about new technology to heal people and this, that, and the other, which he has said before. He was talking about F-18 fighter jets. I just had to laugh. F-18, who flew F-18s. What else did I see? Like I keep saying, they knew this day would come. The return to truth, light, and love. They knew this day would come. So they have to throw the shit out to get you distracted and confused. The Antichrist is coming in. Oh, look over here at the cathedral. We want money. So, no. No. Ooh, Waxman's in. He's still away in Scotland. 7 days walking. Dad, is it 7 days walking? And then my dad's doing 7 days walking. 7 days walking, 100 miles, though. Highlands of Scotland. I'll take the high road and you'll take the low. 7 stars, 7 sisters, exactly. 7. What else did I see? DNA knowledge. I think I was watching Magenta Pixie. You need to check her last one out. That was brilliant. DNA. Our DNA holds knowledge. Our DNA is in, the knowledge is in our DNA, the wisdom, everything that, the blueprint. That's waking up. Heaven to earth. I've said this many times before. I think someone said on 5th channel about the ether, because we've been talking about the ether. And I don't know who it was said about the ether is the internet is the ethernet. We have an ethernet. We have I always say we have an organic, the matrix. They put you in the matrix, the false matrix, the man-made matrix, yeah? I'm sick of hearing about it, to tell the truth. The matrix. Yeah, we are in a matrix, but we have our own, and it's an organic one. It's an earthly one. They made the matrix, the reality they want you to see, yeah? The false one, the one with celebrities, the ones telling you what to do, what you should think, what they want you to see, their agenda, their narrative on the TV. No, you can step away from that, and because you see it all in nature what the truth is. You know what's going on, without them telling you. But their matrix is, to me, is synthetic. Is that the right word? It's war. It's I mean, we are, like I said, we are in a spiritual warfare, but we have our own computer system, organic one. Mother Earth is a motherboard. We're connected to it. Our pattern's a natural pattern. They're trying to make the synthetic one, not, artificial. But then again, we do go on about technology, and that people freak out about that, but we had technology before. There is an organic technology. We are the technology. We are the energy, So, people need to stop fearing. When you're in fear, you're going to see what they want you to see. You're not in fear, doing what you love. There was a really good by the way, the speech Trump did today with the veterans and people who'd got hurt and that, and some guy who was on a bike going on about a bike ride he did. It was a brilliant speech about how to push yourself and how to get through things. It's all about karma, folks, as well. You've got to let karma go and let it go. Otherwise, you won't move on. Who was I watching? It was really good. Higher Self. Was it someone? Higher Self, was it? It's all about fear mongering. Honest to God, if you're in fear and you watch I Goat Pet, whatever it's called, you will freak out. If you're not in fear, you can look at it from two different perceptives, whatever the word is. Probably said that wrong. Negative or positive. I saw positive. When I first watched it, I saw negative because I was in a bit of fear then. The other year or so ago. Now I'm not. I'm like, no. All I can see is the divine feminine coming back when that fell down, because that was what was in the background, was the shape of, a woman. All that coming in and talking about orbs and stuff like that. A video I did the other day, I saw an orb coming out of a bird or near a bird or something, seeing orbs in the garden. I saw two pigeons sat with each other today, like kissing each other. It made me laugh, doing something else as well. But I think of pigeons, I think of Tesla. If anyone knows about Tesla, you'll know about how he liked pigeons. Funnily enough, I get loads of birds in my garden. And Jack can hear him as well. Just let me see if I can find this video. But the more fear you're in, this is why they do all this stuff, to put you in fear. So when you go back and look at that video, I Pet Goat, whatever it's called, you'll go, oh, but they did it ages ago, it's a prophecy. No, it's not. Written in the stars, the cycles of what goes on all the time. That's why they tried to pull the wool over our eyes, because they wanted to bring the Antichrist in, as in their way of the New World Order. So if we didn't see it coming, because they were distracting us, with celebrities and entertainment and all this stuff, and lust and greed and all that stuff, that you were more interested in the material, that you weren't really beginning looking at the cycle that's going on, that had a window of time, which is here right now, to wake up, smell the coffee, stop living in fear, and let's get it sorted. And what I'm saying is, I can't wait for Easter. I was never really that bothered. Now I'm like, yes, pumping out positivity on Sunday. Yeah, grounding video. Oh, did it have a white orb on? No, what it was, I'll tell you what it was, Rachel, is I tried to film it and I couldn't film it on the camera. We've had loads of this white stuff, like dandelion clock, when you blow it, when it dries out, it's like that, but it's not dandelion. It's been everywhere. They said the pollen was high, but it's all this white stuff falling down. And I was trying to get it because it looked like fairyland to me. It was everywhere, but I just couldn't pick it up on the phone. I don't know what that was. It was flying all over my friends yesterday. It was all over my garden. It was everywhere in the sky. And it was like the fluff off those plants, but it wasn't the same. It was weird. So that was flying around everywhere today. But there was an orb. I'll show. Actually, let me find the video and I'll see if I can show you, if you can see this orb. I don't know if I showed it yesterday. I can't remember. Oh yes, I know what you mean. Yeah. So, but it's all about fear mongering. And that's why other channels are doing certain things, because they want everyone in fear. Because if everyone's in fear, they're going to get confused. And it is very confusing to some, because they do have to tell the truth in certain parts, like NASA lie, but they also put snippets in truth. They have to. It's a law of one. That's why the stuff's in I Goat Pet is, the truth's there if you're looking. Sophia's behind that cathedral. But all you're seeing if you're in fear is the Antichrist coming in. So you'll believe anything good that's coming in whatever shape or form, you'll see it as evil. Oh, it's evil because it said the Antichrist. So, like Fifth said, it however it comes in what shape or form, form, might not be what you think it is, might not look like what you think it is. You're going to fear it because you've been told it's the Antichrist. It's not the Antichrist. Yeah, Fifth's doing the angels of the Most High at the churches. Yep. And I'm with all that because I saw green in the sky the other day, and I've been thinking a lot about Archangel Raphael, and that's to do with healing, and the colour of him is emerald green. That just reminds me of Earth anyway. I wouldn't get mad about it though, because people will just come to it or take it another way. But yeah, and that's what's up there. That's what's been helping. That's why I think they did hide stuff and try to hide certain things, because they don't want you to see certain things. But if you look long enough, you do start seeing things. So might sound batshit crazy, but you do if you're looking. Right, let me see it. Right, let me see if I can find this. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but let me see. Right. Probably won't be able to see. Right, when it goes back over in a minute, there's a little bird. When I go over to a fence and you see a bird, watch for an orb. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Not this bird. Not this bird. Right. The next bird in a minute. That one, when I come back, watch. Probably missed it. Oh, I can't. Let me try again. So rubbish. Hang on. Can't see it on here, I don't think. Try again. I might have to download it to YouTube because I don't think you're going to be able to see it on here. Try again. No, men are not the enemies, Revel. It's all balance. It's women coming together with the divine and the male and the... You know what I'm saying? Right. In a minute. Did you see it then? Did you see it come out the bird? Did anyone see that? You have to watch it really quick, come out the bird. Right, watch it again. Did anyone see that? It's about balance. Everything's about balance. The whole thing is about balance. Did anyone see that? Everything's about balance. It's not about the female energy being over the man or vice versa, but the man has been over the woman and the woman has been suppressed and the energy of a female has been suppressed. It has to come together. That's what it's all about, balance. Right, watch the little black bird, and you have to watch really quickly when it goes over to the other birds. You see it, Rachel? That was in the garden yesterday, I think. I was like, oh, starting to see orbs. Right, you have to watch very carefully. In a minute. Did you see it? It went bloop. So yeah. Yeah, the thing is, Revel, when I say man, it's not, we're not the Nazi feminists. It's they've gone over the top. It's women have been suppressed. It's a fact. The energy has been suppressed. Sophia has been suppressed, because if there's a god, there's a goddess. If you get what I'm saying, that's why I've got this on here. The moon and the sun together. The energies together. So what we're saying is she's coming back, that energy's coming back, but we're merging together, a bit like the dark crystal, because that's how it works. You can't be one without the other, but the male energy can't be over the woman, and the female energy can't be over the man. It's yin and yang, it's about balance, it's coming back, she's coming back to meet, to be back in balance. That's how it works. It's about, but everything's about balance. Everything, what you eat, it's all about balance. What you do, it's all about balance. Everything's about balance. I know, Dolly, you're right. Yeah, I didn't mean women think men are bad. I know you know what I mean because you're on this channel, but some people say, oh, you're saying about men. No, we love men, but the ones that have been in control, those that are not in control anymore, because we're not saying that, the powers that aren't, right? Normally at the top of those pyramid systems, it's not normally a woman, it's normally a man warring. Men are warring, you know what I mean? A bit like the divine nurturing energy is coming back in. Men have feminine energy in them, women have male energy in them. That's where people are getting confused with the gender thing. Not like if you want to be that way, I mean getting it forced on, oh, it means if you've got a feminine energy in you guys, that means you have to be a woman. No. We have dark and light. We can't have the light without the dark, and we can't have the dark without the light. They have to be in balance. And this is what I said with, if you want to call them the Freemasons, whatever. But I believe way back when, the sides that go against each other all the time, duality down here. One was for humanity, one wasn't. But it was sort of in balance, a bit like nature. You know, you see animals killing over this, that, and that. But it was in balance. But it got over-toppled, and that's why shit's happening now, because it can't. Nature won't allow it. Sophia won't allow it. Gaia, whatever you want to call it, will not allow it to be off the scales. It has to be in balance. It doesn't work. That's how we will get destroyed. And they knew that. They didn't want us in balance, because they don't make their money. They don't, whatever they don't do it without it being not in balance, because all they do is lie, deceive, and that's how they go on. Some people are full of that. We all have light and dark inside us, but it's bringing it into balance. This is what I'm saying about karma. You've got to look at what you've done in the past, or things you're still holding on to. Like I was holding on to like anger with a relationship with Little Leg's dad. Don't care now, because I was hurt. So I used to go on about it a lot, but that's what karma is. You can take it with you into your next life, like next year and the year after, holding on to it, and all it's doing is eating away at you, making you sad. It doesn't do you any good. So if you're still holding on to stuff like that, that was an example, you need to look at it, process it, and let it go. It was a lesson. And if you don't let it go, it'll keep happening because you're not learning your lesson. We're all having lessons. So I don't know what's going in the chat, but it's hard, and people get annoyed with certain stuff and different channels out there, and people are getting, and they want this as well, arguing between channels. I don't mean you lot in chat, I just mean there's stuff going on. You know, there's some good channels out there, and I don't mean anybody in chat, by the way, but there's people putting good stuff out, but you know, some other channels that I was saying a bit ago about, someone was saying something about, oh, the right rulers are this, that, and the other. It's like, no, that's just distracting and dividing again. That's what they want. But some people don't know they're doing it. You know, they don't know they're doing it. And this is where it does get confusing, because there's that much information, even though we know deep down what's right, and it all is to do with, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Oh, thank you, Kath. I've said to people, oh, you know, Trump's evil because he had loads of money anyway, he's part of the cabal. No, he isn't. You can be powerful. We're all powerful, by the way. You can have money. You can be in a cult. There's a light occult and a dark occult. They stole the occult symbols and turned them upside down. So you feared them as well. They used them. They're not creative. That side is not creative. That's why they hate creative people. That's why they hate us, because we are creators. What it all boils down to, yeah, we are all soul family now. What it all boils down to, whether you've got money or not, for example, is your intentions. Like they said about JFK, he may have come from a bloodline family. He had good intentions. JFK Jr. had good intentions. Did Obama have good intentions? No. Did the Clintons? No. Did Bush? No. Trump comes along and everyone thinks he's the same side of the coin. He isn't. And people are going, where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? Wake up, go and do your own research and look round and see what's happening. Well, it's a world stage. Yeah, it is a world stage. But that's where it gets confusing to people, because they think that when, for example, Trump goes on and said he's doing this, oh, it's only a world stage and it's not real because he said fake news and it's fake. Yes, it is, but the truth has to come out, so you're going to think it's fake when the truth comes out. That's what they want you to think as well. When the truth comes out on mainstream media, well, he said mainstream media was fake, therefore it must be fake. No. You don't have to believe in Q, but if you actually look what's going on with what Q said, it's true, and it's happening. We talked about Tucson last year. What's happening in Tucson, Arizona desert? Tucson, that's how you say it. Bodies found over there. They tried to say it wasn't real and it was a hoax. It's not a hoax. It's not a hoax. Q isn't a hoax. There's bodies been found there. Women who they've left for dead that were being used for breeding. Kids who were not having birth certificates, so they go under the radar. What they're using the kids for. Yeah, that's why Trump's building a wall about trafficking and stuff like that, and many other stuff. But people who don't research and listen to the news and can't be asked researching will say it's not real because they don't want to look at it. Yes, it is about going within yourself, but you need to know to stop it. It needs a bit of action towards it, you know, because we do reside here. You know, people who aren't bothered about that, you're not bothered. You're not bothered about the children, you're not bothered. I'm not into all that. I'm not into it. Money, the root of all evil. Yeah, I used to say that, but it's not really money. It's the greed of money. You can have money and you could do amazing things with it. If I was a millionaire or had really a lot of money, you could give it to people. You could help communities. That's what I'd want to do. You could do a lot with it. So it's not really money. We don't really need it, but there's that thing of like, it's the greed of it. You know, maybe we'll go back to trading in the end, you know, like people growing their own food and you're trading. I'm trading my creativity for some food for my family. You're trading this for that. Maybe it'll go back to that in the end. I hope it does. The control is evil. Yeah, the control of money. And that's how they've got people in, say, for instance, Hollywood, in the entertainment business, because people bow down to the celebrities. They idolise them. Young kids idolise them. So they're going to have a breakdown when they find out what some have been doing. Yes, some have been, but we've got to love some of them as well. I know it's hard, but some of them have been blackmailed when they were under all this mind control, this blackmailing, because they get people in positions with drink and drugs. They take pictures of them with small kids, whether they did anything or not. Then they're going to put it out and assassinate your character in front of the whole world. So what you're going to do, go along with it. If you don't go along with it, they put all it out and everyone sees you as a bad person, like Michael Jackson. Or worse, they will kill you. You know, all these, oh, they've got cancer. A lot of celebrities dying of cancer. Oh, they hung themselves with a red scar. Really? Seems to be a pattern, doesn't there? When you start looking at it properly, seems to be a pattern. So that's all I'm saying. Is a lot of it's to fearmonger. You're kept in fear, they're winning. You're easier to control if you're in fear. Their fear is us waking up, but we have done. That's why there's a lot of distraction going on. We're burning places down at the minute, the cathedral, and putting your eyes over here and eyes over there, and they're trying to get money. They've done a GoFundMe for the cathedral. Yeah. If anyone needs to rebuild that, Trump needs to rebuild it into a good thing, and he'll bring it under budget as well, because he's a businessman and that's why they brought him in. So just saying. But there's beautiful things going on. Everyone said it was Satan's world. It was for a little bit. That Matrix, the Matrix that they built up for us. It was for a little bit, but they knew this day would come. So it had its reign. Reign no more. We're taking it back. We're taking our symbols back. We're taking everything back. And we're going to build a new world together. Not a new world order, a new world, a new way of living, a new way of thinking, a new way of being. Because that's what we want. It can't be stopped. It's a cycle that happens. And this time I believe it's different because there's other things happening and helping. More people have woke up, and you know, whether you believe it or not, I think things have come here to see this time, because it's never happened before. We've always sort of like got a bit deceived. It's a cycle. It happens all the time. Yeah, a mosque as well. At the same time as a cathedral, the mosque as well. And a church. Yeah. But funny enough, 7 churches it said in there. But what are they built on? Ley lines. And also apparently they've been built on Jupiter temples as well. Jupiter's supposed to be good energy. If you're going off the energy of the, I like to say, planes, that affect us as well. That's why maybe Saturn's moving away now, its rings are breaking down, that system's breaking down, that energy, or even if it goes or whatever it does and it comes back round in another 200,000 years or whatever, then who's ever on the plane then is going to go through this whole thing again. I believe that's how it works. Yeah, synchronicities are massive. Where eight lines go, well, and I told you what Trump said the other day. He said about the pyramids, and he put it in there. He went 7, and then he went 7 wonders of the world. He said 8, and then when he went back to 7, he always slipped something out there. Yeah, cities will be boring. I have been shown on my live stream where the Golden City literally being laid it down. Yeah. That's why I said I hear things that Trump says. It comes out and it's the 7, then he said the 8, and then you said the 8 cities. So, yeah. You know, they're all in different areas. I got synchronicities in all the time. I can actually show you 2 physical ones if I go and get them. I'll show you 2 physical ones. Right, here's 2 physical ones. I've shown these before, a few years ago, you know, or maybe 2 years ago or something. I don't know what it was, but when synchronicities started coming in numbers, like 1111 and numbers and all this, and I go in the charity shops, the thrift shops, and I've told this story before, and we went in a shop. My mum had got rid of some stuff because when she cleans, she just gets rid of stuff and doesn't tell me. My stuff, she doesn't tell me. Takes it to the charity shop. So I go in the charity shop, and there was a cup that someone lovely who watched me sent me a mug with like marshmallows on the top. And she got rid of it because I have loads of different mugs. And the same mug was in the shop, and I was like, that looks like my mug. And it was my mug. She'd got rid of it, but that wasn't a synchronicity because it was mine. So I bought it back because I thought, I can't believe she's like got rid of this, and like someone off YouTube sent it me. So I went back in the next day and the mug was there again, but it was a one in a box. It wasn't mine because I just bought it back exactly the same. Then I went in again and I was in with Finn, and we came back out of the shop and he came out with this, right? And I thought, oh, he's just nicked it, he's just robbed it. Like he must, but the reason was because he had one. But what had happened was he must have thought my mum had took this to the charity shop, and he must have just picked it up, and I didn't see him pick it up, and I mean it was only like 50p, and I thought, oh well, he just picked it up because he must have thought it was his at home, and I thought it must be his because she said she took all this stuff to the charity shop. We got home and the exact same bear was in the charity shop, exact same bear, and he got it ages ago, and I was like, the same bear. Then I noticed that I got this cushion off a friend for my birthday, and it was in the window, and I thought, she's got rid of my cushion, she didn't even ask me, I'm going to have to buy it back. So I bought it back for £1. I got home and it wasn't mine. And this was brought ages ago, and the same one was in the shop, and I got confused and thought it was mine, and I bought it, and I ended up with 2. I got 2 exactly the same, years apart, exactly the same. It was just funny, and then loads of things like that started happening, and I was like, oh my god, like it was just really, 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 really funny. Do we need a taxi here for somebody, or is that what's going on with that there? Maybe. Golly, now you get a pair. Yeah, now I've got a pair of pillows. So that's good. And two little the same little bears with little hearts. It's all about the love. Maybe it's the male and the female energy. Oh, it was funny. But loads of stuff like that happened, and there's loads of stuff been happening ever since, and coming in faster now. They're all coming in faster now with what's going on. Oh yeah, the card that I was trying to show you about the number 7 is in here. It was. And if you look, 7 of Scrolls. 7 of Scrolls. 7 of Scrolls. What's this representing 2 doors. Which way are you going to go? What are your intentions? Dark side or the light side? What decision are you going to make? What decision are these people going to make that have been on that side? Feels good when you get a good amount of views. Oh, I'm just trying to find out where that one was. So what I got today, I'm just going to read out a snippet. I'm not going to read the whole thing of what this lady's wrote about these. Take ages. I'm trying to remember which way they came out first. Not that it really matters, but 7 of Scrolls. 7 of Scrolls. So I think it came out. This one came out first, I think. The Ace of Mirrors, because it is a mirror reflection. And all this chaos that's coming out at the minute is a reflection. You know, when you talk about your inner self and the reflection that's coming out because everyone's mad and you're seeing all this stuff going on. And this page slicker was saying, what I've just been talking about. In readings, the 2 candles, because 2 candles there. The 2 candles next to the snail shell symbolise perfect yin and yang and balance. That's the first card I pulled out in the garden today. At times they might also symbolise romantic love or creative endeavour with a non-romantic partner. To better understand that your heart is expressing, allow Holly's treasured bronze mirror to call cherished childhood memories to mind. Doing so soothes the heart, reduces stress and improves mental clarity. And then I think it was I don't know what it went in anyway. Then there was a 6 of Spirals. And this one says, the 6 of Spirals asks you to draw down the awesome energy of the moon and petition it to shine healing energy. Let's just say healing energy and the pink light of unconditional love on these most in need. The moon is a symbol of the great mother goddess who hopes all things for you. So these are just what the cards say of what the person who wrote this book. And then the Spirals was the the 7 of Scrolls. Listen to this one. 7 of Scrolls. This card reminds you that tough choices sometimes require creative solutions. Inspired by creative imagination. Toward the end of her reign, Lucy, the valiant than Narnia's queen, allowed creative imagination to lead her back to the Lantern, where she and Mr. Was it Tumnus? I can't remember. First meet near the Lantern. She serendipitously discovered a magic portal that returned her safely back to England. And then what was the other one? And then we had the sunflower. Where's the other one? Something Spirals. The 9 of Spirals. The Grail itself, symbolised by butterflies. A word that, like the soul, means psychic in Greek. Aristotle something gave the butterfly the name psychic and called the source of thought, perception and belief. In readings, the 9 of Spirals bodes fair wings and small sailing. It advises you to stay the course you set at the beginning of the present cycle, but be prepared to yield control of your ship to whatever that says for transition to the next cycle. We're transitioning. Easter's coming. That's the real spring, the real new year. Easter, resurrection of light, transitioning. And then we got I think I got the golden flower mandala. Look at the little fishy wishes on it. And we've got genie bottles and butterflies again. And I've got butterflies tattoos. The butterfly symbolise meditative consciousness. They express spiritual empowerment as they flee hindering leaves of the intellect. The flight symbolises the crystallite. I can't say it. The what they call the chrysalis calls. Which, funny enough, this is called the Chrysalis Tarot. The Chrysalis Tarot, New Beginnings. Symbolises the chrysalis calls transpersonal, soul-making, the lighter than air, meditative awareness that transcends self. In the reading, the golden flower symbolises drawing closer to higher values and rebalancing, there it is again, rebalancing life's priorities, empower you to free the spirit, fire. Genies within you. Your two genies will appear frolicking in the tree of life as the fairies on the 9 of Mirrors card, a chrysalis personal empowerment card. Because that thing about, I will come in chat in a minute, that thing about salvaging values and rebalancing life's priorities, we are rebalancing life's priorities. We don't want to be keeping up with the Joneses. We're rebalancing stuff that we don't really need. People are lusting after stuff that's not real, that you don't need. You don't need it, you just want it because you're told you want it, you're programmed to want it. You watch celebrities and you want it because they've got it. You think you're in lack. You're not in lack of love. You're not in lack of abundance. We're in plenty, but we fear because we think we're in lack of something. That's what they don't want you to know. There's abundance for all in every section, if anyone gets what I'm saying. And then the last one that came out was Gaia. How convenient. Butterfly there again. Gaia. So, Gaia, when I've read this one out, I'll come in chat. Gaia. That is Gaia artfully performing her magic as stealth, as a mouse in an art gallery. That art again. She keeps our, it says planet, but I'll say plane alive so that it and we might thrive. We humans, a fairly recent addition to Earth's fauna and flora, could and should be doing a great deal more to assist her. Yes, we should, because we got distracted. In readings, Guy reminds us to respect the remarkable beauty, glowing abundance, and magical artistry that emanates and safeguards planet Earth. By doing so, we create an abundance of joy and well-being in our own lives. And that's for everybody. So, boom. I thought that was really good. And I wanted this as well because the chrysalis arrow, we are like the chrysalis. This is Easter. We're all going in our little chrysalis, like the hermit. We're going to come out as a beautiful butterfly. You know, heightened consciousness, Christ consciousness, whatever you want to say. But new things, you know, if you see it like that as the butterfly, that's why I love butterflies anyway. I had a lot of butterflies in the garden today. That's why I've got them on here and one on here. Transformation. We're going through a transformation. Don't be in fear because you think mainstream media is telling you something in certain videos on YouTube. No. If you're not in fear, you'll definitely see something else. You watch I Goat Pet or whatever it's called. When you're in fear, you'll see the fear that they want you to see. If you're not in fear, you'll see something else. Because they've put the truth in it for the good. They have to. It's a law of one. So when you look at that crumbling cathedral, look what's behind it. It's a woman. It's a woman. The nurturing's coming back. The healing's coming back. Love is coming back. So, yeah, I just wanted to pop that out. I don't know if anyone's got what I was saying because I've just waffled. Coffee and waffles, people. But please don't be in fear. You've got to stand up in your light, in your truth. Yes, we all do different things. There's great channels out. Fifth's doing one on the stuff that you see in the orbs and the beings in the sky and the ether. And yes, they are there. Some people can't see it because I believe people see different things. Maybe that'd fear some people, I don't know. They see other things, like some people are seeing orbs, some people are seeing that, some people are seeing this, some people are seeing messages in different ways. But it'll all come together anyway. Because there's many different things you can see, so that's why we'll see different things. Everyone will see something different, but it's all the same and it all comes together. Don't worry about it. Just keep doing what you're doing. Totally got it. Wow, that was an amazing day. It's so strange feeling. But I feel that, like on Easter, pump out positivity. I just feel like it's the resurrection of light. So whatever you think that is, Christ consciousness, Christ, whatever, it's a good thing though. It's a good thing. It's a rebirth, regeneration. It's the proper spring. It's a proper new year. The new year's not after Christmas. I tell you that. So you're putting things out there, but it's not really on the right time. It's got to be on the right time. That's why people are saying about stuff coming out. Well, why haven't they done this? Why haven't they? It has to be on the right time. There is a sort of timing to it, if you get what I'm saying. So yeah. But there's many channels out there doing beautiful things. And someone made a comment today about, yeah, but something about... And some people out there don't want to be evil. Like I said, they've got blackmailed and stuff, but they'll start being able to come out even if they've done stuff. They're the people who are going to have to forgive because they didn't know at the time. You know, they've had to go along with stuff. Yeah, so it's... there's a lot of fear-mongering out there, but there's beautiful channels putting beautiful stuff out. Because someone said today something about... Oh, and there's more of them. No, there isn't. There's more good people out there than there's bad. If you believe that, you're in fear. And also, we were never put here as bad people. You have a choice. Yes, there are people that like to do bad. They love it. They love the energy of it. But I believe there's more people that want good and want for humanity. And that's why they were in fear if we ever woke up. Because they know the game's over. And it is over. What happens in heaven, ether, whatever you want to call it, happens here. It's already been won up there, so it has to come into the physical. So no matter what shit you're seeing and distractions to take you away from what's really going on and all the fear-mongering, we still win. Yeah, some shitty things might happen. That's why you've got to be aware of what's going on. But, yeah, boom, we've won. We've won up there, it manifests down here. We're putting it out, it comes back down. Like you're putting it, it's mirrored back down here, as above, so below, as within, so without. People laugh at that. It's like, what you're laughing at? As within, what you have inside of you can pump it out through the physical. It happens up there as well. And it has to come back down in the physical with your intentions. It's what your intentions are. I can get mad. I get passive aggressive. That's not my intentions. I love Roseanne. She gets a bit, but it's her intentions. Trump's a bit, I'm going to tell you how it is. You don't like it. Because I'm telling you how it is and you don't like it. You don't want to hear the truth. He's got good intentions. You get a bit mad. You get a bit pissed off. You get a bit angry. Because we're trying to tell people who are like regurgitating mainstream media and like, oh, I'm watching I go and oh, Antichrist is coming in. No, it's not. They're putting you in fear. This came out years ago when people were looking at it. I looked at it and was in fear at the time before I found other stuff out. That was then, this is now. Things can change. Timelines have changed. Energy's changing. So things are changing. If you think nothing's changing, I'm not talking to you lot in chat, you're in fear. You're following the fear mongering. You're following that thing that came in with Nibiru and all that shit that was going on. They knew this time would come, so they put that much stuff out there. Different times, way back when, here now, to confuse you and keep you in fear to go on. The more you keep looking at stuff, you'll go on to the next thing and the next thing, and then you'll be like, oh God, I'm so confused, because that's how it gets. I just stick to the channels that I like now. Don't really need to look, because I know what's coming in, and that's why they say go within yourself. You don't need to look. No, you don't. You don't need to keep gathering the information, because we have the information inside us. We know. But I like to see people putting their what's the word again? I always forget their spin on it, waking up. It's about coming away from fear. It's about doing what you love. It's about getting rid of karma. Like I said, you've got to look at stuff that's holding you down, things that are keeping you angry. It could be a relationship, this, that, and the other. A best friend you might have fell out with, but you're still holding that grudge. Let it go. Not doing you any good. It doesn't matter. It was in the past. The proper spring is coming on Easter. Let go of it all by Sunday. Let the light come in. That's what I'd say. Be joyful. Be positive. Be in love. Yeah, we get angry. We need our ego, by the way. We don't need the false ego, but we do work off... what did I write down today? Someone put... I think it was on Unbiased on the Fence, actually. Someone said something about... you know... Let me see if it's just here. I can't remember. I did write something down about... you know, we do need it to move us sometimes, because action does need to happen. It's not all about just sitting there and, you know, it's about doing it all together. But this is what I'm saying. If you're in fear, you're not going to see the good in anything. What did I write down here? There is no light without the dark, vice versa. I said that before. It's about balance. Easter is the resurrection of light, but whatever you want to call it, there's many names. Consciousness, Christ, tip, Sophia, whatever. I'm just saying light as an overall thing. Light, balance. The beginning of the new cycle, the new way, the new world, we're bringing it in. We're manifesting it. It's been manifesting for donkeys. Make sure you celebrate in positivity of the, what did I put, of the resurrection, I think, of Christ. I'm calling it Christ consciousness. It's here, be a part of it, stand up, shine your light. Our human spirit is stronger than you know. They tried to break it, but together we are stronger with knowledge and wisdom, which holds in our DNA, and it's being awakened, it's being activated. That's why we know stuff and we're like, no, we're not taking this bullshit anymore. You can put all this out we're seeing, but I can feel it. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yeah, it's our resurrection. It's the second coming of Christ. It's not it's the second coming of us. We're waking up. Whatever you want to say, it's all the same. We're doing it. It's the second coming of our consciousness, Christ consciousness, Sophia, whatever you want to call it. Resurrection of light. That to me is love, truth, knowledge, wisdom. All the same thing. That's what's coming in. And you've got to hold it. And we don't just give up. We've got to keep doing it. We've got to keep talking truth. We've got to keep meditating. We've got to keep pumping it out the way you do. We've got to keep creating. I'm creating all the time. I'm sat in the garden. I've been creating today. I've been finishing my bags off. I've been pumping out positivity for humanity. I was scribbling. I was writing notes down and drawing. What was I drawing? Where is it? Just doodling. I don't know. Bits and doodling things. Lots of flies there. Little fishes. Doodling. Yeah, I was enjoying the sun. I was catching the sun. That's why I'm red. I was looking at the clouds. I was watching the sky. Saw a DNA shape in the chemtrails or whatever they are. Saw across. Yeah, Fifth's doing a great job. Loads of people doing a great job, but there is some that are still confused out there and still pumping stuff out. And it's like, no. But, you know, people are fear-mongering AI. Not all AI is bad, do you know what I mean? Can be used for good. It's intentions of stuff. But like I said, these pictures today, the pictures of the sun have been taken. Have you seen the red round it? Looks like wings on a disc, you know. So, yeah. And you're all great in chat. You're all positive people. So, yeah, this one, like I said, I took this when it broke up. And it wasn't a DNA shape before it broke up. See if I can find it. It was it was all connected in a DNA shape, but then it broke up. I couldn't get it quick enough. But yeah, I've been feeling really good. Like I said, I was grounding, putting my feet on the earth, sort of speaking, you know, in my head, sort of thing. So many DNA spirals out, and yeah, and it was just great. And seeing butterflies, and I was watching ants and watching the birds. Like I said, 2 pigeons were like kissing each other today, sat on the fence. It was quite funny. They were in love. And seen a lot of like 2 things, you know, like animals together, like female and male energy coming together. The orb out of the bird, that I hope some of you saw that coming out. Spirit's always been here. Earth, air, fire and water, and spirit. The what do you call it? The pentagram. Earth, air, fire and water and spirit, ether. It's always been here, but they tried to take us away from it, knowing what it is, knowing what... I mean, that's going to freak people out, isn't it? But it's always been there. Always been talking to us and stuff, but, you know, we got distracted. But it's all there. Ether's here, you can talk to it. Anyone gets what I'm saying? It listens. You know, Roseanne said on her channel as well, you know, if you're listening properly, like I said, if you listen to the Trump speeches properly, you'll see stuff going on there as well, like 8, 7, wonders of the world, all in connection with the 7. 7 Keats following me around everywhere at the minute. It's 7's following me around everywhere. So I'm going to go now because I was watching something, this silly thing on Netflix for a laugh called Lunatics, and it is quite funny, so I'm going to go watch it. And like I said, the Shadow Hunters is getting really interesting. It's all about the ley lines and Lilith, and like I was saying, Fifth World, there's 2 twins. They're not, I think, meant to be twins in it. One's a girl, one's a boy. One's bad and one's good. One's an angel and one's a demon, dark and light. But they're realising they have to sort of come together because you can't have dark without the light and light without the dark. You know what I mean? So that's all in the video, and the ley lines and all the energy and all that stuff, and everything's in it, but swiddled around a little bit different. So they've got all the names in there. Lilith, they've said the Kennedys, they've said... There's loads of names in there I can't even remember, but you know when you're watching it and you know, so it doesn't confuse me anymore. It would have done, but it doesn't now. It's got Adam in it, you know, and it's good. Calling Matrix for the mix-up. Calling Netflix for the mix-up. Oh yeah. Hi Dave. Oh, and also, Little Legs made me laugh today, because it's Easter on Sunday, obviously. I said, oh, we're doing an Easter egg hunt. And he came out with this, he went, Mum, he said, are these eggs going to be regular? Or, I went, pardon? I said, are they going to be what? He went, are the eggs going to be regular? He's 4. I went, what? Regular? Regular? Are these eggs going to be regular? I was like, oh. So it's supposed to be really nice over here in the UK, like it was today over the weekend. So he'll be painting, making Rice Krispie chocolate Easter cakes, and getting a lot of energy outside in garden. Why it's nice. Yeah, Little Legs, that's what I call him. Are these eggs going to be regular? I was like, Oh yeah, they put spells out there, alright. Definitely. We've got our own as well. Probably. It is confusing, Fifth, though. It is confusing because that's why they pump a lot of stuff out there, mixed up in truth, to confuse everyone. But all I'd say is I just believe the good's coming anyway. You know, you don't even have to, because it's coming in and it can't be stopped. So, you know, they are funny, and that's why that side hate children. They hate them. You know, all the stuff that they do, they hate them because they are so innocent and love and light, and that's what they are. Fried or hard boiled. I like mine scrambled, but yeah, we just said that regular. I was like, regular Easter eggs. You know, some people can look at Easter and think it's bad. I never really used to celebrate it. I wasn't really bothered, but it's what you make of it. But now I see it as the resurrection. It's us, everything good coming in. So yeah, no, there isn't actually no need to seek. There isn't any need to seek. I love watching stuff, like I said, and everyone coming around to it, but it's all the same because it's. It's the cycle, innit? It's all the same. But I like to watch what people are awakening, what people are saying, and putting different words to things because it's all the same. People are seeing different things, but it's all the same. But we did need to seek and we did need to know. But there's a point where you're like, you know, it's coming in. But to me, it's coming in for good. Some people will see New World Order still coming in because they're in fear, and that's what they'll think they're coming in. Maybe that'll come into their reality. It's not coming into mine. Not coming into mine. We both have new beginnings for us, exactly. So, you know. Yeah, that's what they said. The pendulum was, you know, with all this stuff going on over decades, was up here, and they knew it'd swing back, and it's got to go and swing back till it comes back in the middle in balance. And like I said, they knew this time was coming. That's why they're trying to pump out all this confusion, all these distractions, this, that, and the other. Trying to distract everyone, trying to get bits of money off people because it's all falling down. I actually think of the tarot card, the tower. People say that as bad. It's not. That it's falling down. And in the tower, it's on fire as well. It's falling down. So really, we don't need to seek, because we're coming up with the same thing, and we know it's good energy and stuff, but we like to put the information out because we know there's still a lot coming over, like with the flat earth thing, whether you believe it or not. There's still people coming over that are just beginning to wake up, and they're probably like, this is why it's important. It is important to, we can keep putting it out because there's people coming over. That's what some people don't understand. They go, you don't need to do this anymore. Well, we do want to pump out the positivity, even if we're just doing the positive thing, because there are people that are going to come over who've just woke up to maybe the news, and they're looking for things on alternative channels. They're going to feel better and positive if they're coming across channels that are talking about it, because they will feel lost. Think about how you felt when you first found out. Think about people who found out years back that didn't have anyone to talk to. Some people sadly committed suicide because they thought they were going mad. That's why we're here. That's why the people who were trying to put the truth out, whether we've got mixed up in bits and bobs, it doesn't matter. They know there's something off. They're coming to channels that are trying to put the messages out and feeling part of, oh, thank God it's not just me that thought was going mad. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. Yeah, trust in your heart. It is trust in your heart. This is what I'm saying about the light, the love. No fear. Heart doesn't know no fear. A child, when it is born, does stuff, would probably roll off a cliff because they have no fear. And a child is love, innocence, love, purity, whatever you want to call it. Join the tribe, feel the vibes. Exactly. So do be careful who you watch. I'm not saying some of the good channels out there do put stuff out because they're a bit confused, so they will get mixed up. I've said stuff in the past that might not have been, you know, I'm not saying I know everything, but I know good's coming in. I can feel it. But I can take stuff, think about it, take that bit and leave that bit, because like I said, there's truth and lies in everything, and then think, I don't know about that person anymore, but I'll take that snippet they said, I like that they said. But like I said, check out Laura Eisenhower's new video. It mentions Q about 30 minutes in. It was brilliant, and just good stuff on that, because that's her channel is to do with astrology and stuff like that. I think I was listening to Unbiased on the Fence before, and I was listening to something called Higher Self, the end of our world as we know it, but she meant the end of their world because it's the end of their world as they know it. Magenta Pixie, that was a brilliant one, but it's all the same and all good's coming in. So please have a beautiful weekend this weekend. I don't know if I'll be on, or maybe I might not be. I'm going to be spending all the day in the sun and everything, so I might pop on later in the afternoon. I don't know, but what I'm going to say is enjoy your weekend. Are you Irish? No, English, bit of Irish. Pump out positivity. Have a brilliant Easter. I'm sure I'll probably be on it Sunday at some point, because a brilliant rebirth of our new world light. Springtime, new year, new cycle, and keep high on life. It's our world and we're taking it back. It never was Satan's. It never was evil. It was beautiful. It's ours and we're taking it back. So that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to go off now and watch a bit of comedy and finish my... and when I do this, I will show you what it is. The little moon and sun, male and female, it's got little gemstones in. When I finish it off, I will show you what it is. Crafting away. I've got new jewellery ideas. Like I said, I will be doing the John picture soon. So yeah, but this is what it's about. I've always come on here, my channel was about keeping people in a higher positivity. Yeah, that's what it's all about. That's what this channel will always be about. I'm not saying I'm not saying I don't have bad days, but I'm not saying that I don't think, I don't really think that's me. I just don't think. I just think, oh God, I'm doing something else and just not, but you've got to be kind to yourself. You've got to love yourself before I go. That's not the ego way. You've got to love yourself and look after yourself and know that you are worth it. We're being told we're not worth it. The globe size says we're not worth it. We're not even nothing. Bad relationships might have said you're not worth it. You're all worth it. You're all beautiful. You're all loved. Whether you feel it or not, whether you're with someone or not, you're all loved. Love is everything. Everywhere in everything, in you, in me. If you're not in a relationship, it doesn't matter. You're loved anyway. Don't be in fear that, you're loved. You are loved. You are love. You're loved. But this is why I say have a great weekend. Do the stuff you love. Do everything in balance. Don't have too much stuff, in balance. Blooming great. Good, Dave. I'm glad as well. Yeah, God is a mushroom, the reason for all the fungus. Yeah, replace the crystalline body. Yeah, and I've noticed it's on my feet. At my feet, I was like, oh my God, I've got glittery feet as well. It's out in the sun today and I can see it. It's there now. So yeah, just saying, if you start feeling a bit meh, go and do something you love. I keep saying this, go and watch something you love, enjoy. Don't watch crap, don't watch horror films, don't watch stuff that make you fear, don't watch the news, go to the alternative sites, have a laugh, keep going, don't let anyone bring you down or get triggered too much. Even though we're getting triggered to wake us up as well, there's two sides of it. There's triggered to stop you from doing stuff, and there's triggered to knock on your bed to wake you up. So it's all good. And if you're getting triggered badly, it means you're doing something right anyway. So that's all I'm saying. So fifth, keep doing what you're doing. We all learn different and in different words and different things, but it's all the same. We sort of the ones who don't really need to keep searching, but we need to keep talking. That's what it's about. We need to keep talking for those that are coming over. So that's what I believe anyway. So have a great weekend. Yeah, love the Irish, love the Americans. I love everybody. We're all one, We're all one. So I'll catch you probably over the weekends. I'll probably be busy trying to, nice weather and everything, getting stuff done and stuff like that. So just keep in high spirits with the spirits, people, and keep looking and listening, looking through the lies, watching the skies, breathing the ether in, and write stuff down. If anything pops in your head, write it down. No, it doesn't, Fifth. It seems like you're bitching. No, it doesn't. It just gets a bit head banging sometimes. Well, you might think I'm not listening, sometimes I am, but I process things in a different way. So yeah, it's a phase. It's a strange one, but that's why I'm saying don't worry, because it's all coming together. We're all doing it in different ways, all the same, different ways. Just keep doing what you're doing, because it's truth anyway. So Well, there was stuff in the air in the UK today, whatever that was, white fluffy stuff flying around everywhere. Yeah, love you all too. So great time to be alive. Yep, just like Q said, great time to be alive. The greatest story ever told. The greatest time in history. Past proves the future, future proves the past. What else? Greatest time to be alive. Truth's coming, Yeah, I've heard about the mushroom. Yeah. So, yes, it is a game and it is a show, but we're watching it. We're watching it roll out. We're watching, especially if you're on the Q thing, we know what's going on with a lot of different sides of things. So what I find quite amusing is when mainstream media are trying to put their spin on it. That's what you're like, we can see through your bull crap, you know? So people need to get onto the fact that Q is very real. And if you've got a problem with someone helping, that's why I say go and watch. If there's anyone that new that comes in and doesn't believe it, go and listen to Laura Eisenhower, her new video when they talk about Q. I mean, you know, brilliant. So I'll catch you all soon. Have a great weekend. Keep doing the stuff, Biffed. I think you may see more amazing things on Easter. You know what I mean? So, brilliant. And like I said, iGoat, Schmygoat, whatever it's called, iGoat thingy, it's fearmongering. And if you actually go and watch the end of it and see other Sophia there with the woman part, the church falling down, the symbolism for that is falling down, and they knew it would fall down, and it's coming back. She's coming back. We're coming back. It's coming back together. Balance. That's all I can say. So, see you soon. Bye, Tapper. Bye, everybody in chat. Thanks for coming over, and have a great weekend. Have a brilliant Easter. Yeah, it is only a cartoon. That's what I mean. But if anyone got in feared of it, watch it again. Now you know the truth. Watch the end of it. I don't even bother watching it. I just watch the end. Watch it. Watch behind when it crumbles down. It is you'll know what I mean when you see it. And I just see, the largest living I'm going to say something else. Oh, yeah. Mother Earth. And like I said, the Christ, what they're calling the Antichrist on his little boat, it's going like this at first because it's been asleep. We've been asleep. And then the third eye on its head, everyone getting triggered because they think it's Illuminati with the triangle on. We wake up because we're enlightened. That's what it is. But they want you to think it's the Antichrist coming in, so you'll fear and riot and all that. If something comes in, or a manifestation of a physical something comes in, it's not. They want you to think that. So, see you soon, and have a great weekend.